This is Nick from Microsoft Product Reviews, and I'll be reviewing the Xbox One, which is Microsoft's answer to this new generation of console gaming. So let's see what this thing can do.
Microsoft's approach with this third iteration gaming console is a very ambitious one, as it aspires to be the center of all of your living room entertainment and revolutionize gaming. Xbox One offers a slick user interface that is easy to navigate through and consume content on. It is designed to watch TV on, make Skype calls, consume media, and a gateway into Microsoft's giant ecosystem of services. It is built on the foundation of Windows and shares the same core as Windows 8 and Windows Phone. Xbox One is built around Kinect this time around and is an integral part of the overall experience. Kinect listens to your voice commands and guides you on the journey of discovering your favorite music, TV shows, movies, and your digital library on SkyDrive. With the voice command, Kinect powers on your Xbox and TV, so you no longer have to use the controller when you don't want to play games. Xbox pause. Fast forward. Play.
Completely under control. Is that why everything's on fire?
Xbox One is big, chunky, and some say ugly, but its modern lines, heat dissipating edges, half matte and half glossy body give it a strong, distinct look. It is designed to blend with other components of your home entertainment center, since it heavily resembles an audio receiver. It is taller, wider, and longer than Sony's PlayStation 4. It also comes with a massive power brick, while its competitor manages to not have one. Xbox One is designed to be always powered on, unlike its predecessor, the Xbox 360, which suffered from overheating problems in its first few years after launch and cost Microsoft billions of dollars to repair under warranty. Because of the Xbox One's large size, it has one giant cooling fan inside which doesn't have to turn fast in order to cool the system. It also helps with reducing noise, keeping it near silent. On the front of the Xbox One, there's a bright white Xbox logo button which serves as a capacitive on-off button, while to the near left of it is a slot-loading Blu-ray drive. On the left side of the Xbox, there's a single USB 3.0 port, but when you focus in the back of the console, you will notice a plethora of ports. All of the standard commonly used ports are here: HDMI out, HDMI input, power, SPDIF for optical audio output, dual USB 3.0 ports, and an IR output. There is also a proprietary port used for plugging in the Kinect sensor. The HDMI input is used for the system's television capabilities. You are also able to plug in your Xbox 360 or any other digital box to use with the Xbox One. We tested plugging in the Xbox 360, which you can access by saying Xbox, go to TV. From there, you can pick up the Xbox 360's controller and dive back into the previous generation. The Xbox 360's controller was touted as the best controller of the previous console generation. It was the gold standard for an optimal gaming experience and ergonomic feel, while having a dependable wireless connection. The Xbox One's controller very closely resembles its predecessor, but has a few extra innovations that are not obvious at first until you get some hands-on with it. It also improves on the Xbox 360's controller, only notable issue, the gimmicky D-pad. The Xbox button is the most obvious visual change on the Xbox One's slightly new design. It sits higher up, closer to the top of the controller, rather than the middle. The D-pad, which was the Xbox 360's controller's only blunder, is much more responsive this time around and feels accurate. The start and back buttons are replaced with the menu and view buttons. The X, Y, B, and A buttons do not protrude as much, giving them a shorter travel when pressed. The thumbsticks have a slightly tighter and more precise feel. The new textured ridge around the pad offers extra grip. It is definitely a great addition for first-person shooters. The bumpers are much larger this time. The result is an even more ergonomic feel under the fingers. The reason for the larger triggers is due to the inclusion of what Microsoft calls impulse trigger motors. This will enable the triggers to now rumble and shudder under your fingers in certain parts of the game. With every trigger pull an explosion in Call of Duty, or when pressing the accelerator and braking in Forza 5. The Xbox 360's controller was known for having great battery life. The Xbox One's takes that a good step further. It works in coordination with Kinect. The Kinect monitors its use. It gives the ability to put the controller in a low power state mode when you're watching a movie and not using it. Overall, the Xbox One's controller may not look very different than its predecessor, but it certainly feels different in a more immersive way, making a near-perfect controller even better in ways no one expected. Xbox One's user interface is slightly different than that of its predecessor, the Xbox 360, as it shares the same design principles of Windows 8 and Windows Phone. It is divided into three sections, the center section being your home screen. This screen displays your most recent activities and shows a giant tile of the last app or game you were using. To the left is a section where your pinned apps sit, made for easy access, while to the right is the store, where you would find games, movies, music, and apps. There is also some featured content from the store in form of larger tiles. The giant tile shows you where you left off in the game or app that you were using, and it can also be a display of a game or even a TV program. However, content is not as easy to find as it was on the Xbox 360, as many things are buried under the menu button of the Xbox One's controller. This may be partly because the user interface is still very new, or it may be because Microsoft wants you to use the voice commands on Kinect to find things easier. A unique feature to the Xbox One is the ability to do something Microsoft calls snapping. This is the ability to run two apps at once. Snapping is achieved with the controller or by saying Xbox Snap. Another app will then appear to the right of the one that you are presently using. However, not all apps can be snapped. Skype being the major one. Playing a game and trying to snap Skype will not work. Microsoft says this feature will be available in a future update, but for now, Skype is relegated to using the full screen for video chat. Some people love to listen to custom soundtracks while playing a game. This was a feature available on the Xbox 360, but in order to do so on the Xbox One, you will need to use Xbox Music to achieve this. However, you are forced to have it snapped to the side, leaving you with a smaller screen and distracting your gaming experience, since Xbox Music will not run in the background. Hopefully Microsoft addresses this problem in a future update. It is hard to imagine it not available when it works so well on the Xbox 360. Kinect 2.0 is a revelation compared to the first generation Kinect in the Xbox 360. It does everything it's advertised to do this time around, and it does it surprisingly well. It actually feels like the start of a revolution. Kinect not only sees you and hears you, but it also interacts with your TV and other appliances. It is also a fantastic Skype tool and camera. Kinect has the ability to monitor your heart rate and muscle density with certain Kinect fitness apps and games. Up to 4 players can use Kinect this time around, compared to 2 on the Xbox 360, and its facial recognition technology can differentiate between people flawlessly. Signing into your profile when you turn on your Xbox One is a seamless experience this time around. No need to select your avatar and manually sign in. Kinect recognizes your face instantly and does it for you. Kinect also turns on your TV, so you really don't have to do anything.
Xbox.
While navigating with the controller is easy, Kinect is the most efficient way to navigate through the menus and find things.
Xbox.
You're able to use your hand gestures or speech by saying things such as Xbox go to SkyDrive,
FIFA 14.
soon to be called OneDrive. We'll launch SkyDrive. From there, you can still use the app with voice commands or take over with the controller.
Xbox Bing.
Say Xbox Bing, and then say Batman, and it will pull all media associated with Batman, such as movies, music, and games. You are also able to tell Internet Explorer
Select.
which website to browse.
Browse to theweathernetwork.com.
There are also many commands you can say, and speaking them feels natural and sometimes mesmerizing when things with Kinect work flawlessly.
Xbox, go to Call of Duty Ghosts. Xbox, go home. Pins. FIFA 14.
Once you become used to using voice commands for virtually everything, you might find yourself talking to other TVs in the household without Xbox Ones connected to them. But you will be disappointed. The Kinect works about 9 out of 10 times when calibrated correctly. I recommend increasing the volume to ear decimating levels while calibrating. You'll be surprised when Kinect hears you through a loud movie when saying Xbox pause to pause the movie, or even in a loud scene with explosions.
Xbox, go to Call of Duty Ghosts. Xbox, go home. Pins. FIFA 14.
Xbox Live became a gold standard for a complete gaming experience last generation. Microsoft looks to go beyond the Xbox Live experience that 360 provided by including an integrated cloud experience, a social gaming network, and a place to upload and share your recorded game content. Microsoft says there are 300,000 servers dedicated to computational assistance, supporting cloud-based saves, offering dedicated server support for online matches, and much more. A great new feature of Xbox Live is the ability to follow friends as they journey across their favorite games, apps, and other media-related capabilities of the Xbox One. Uploaded game clips are here as well. This new feature of following a gamer's profile feels like Twitter, but for gaming content. It gives you a feeling of being more connected to other gamers and friends you care to follow. Two other things that have been improved with the new Xbox Live experience are voice chat and Smart Match. Voice chat has been significantly improved with its higher bitrate. You are now able to use Skype or regular Xbox Live chat to communicate while gaming. Smart Match is a feature Microsoft says will improve the way matchmaking works on Xbox Live. With its new advanced algorithms, Smart Match is able to pair players based on things like reputation, skill, language, and even a specific gameplay style. Game DVR is a fantastic new addition which gives you the ability to save your favorite in-game moments and upload to share with friends. Saying Xbox record that records the last 30 seconds of your gameplay, which you can later edit in the Upload Studio app and add narration through Kinect. For recording longer clips up to 5 minutes, you will have to launch the Upload Studio app. Once finished with editing, you have the ability to share it with your friends and upload it to SkyDrive, or manually upload it to YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. SmartGlass is Microsoft's second screen experience of the Xbox One. This second screen experience is designed to further enhance the information displayed by the Xbox One and to provide control and navigation through devices like a tablet, phone, laptop, or a desktop PC. The Xbox One's version of SmartGlass is a much better overall experience from the first version on the Xbox 360. Signing in is instant, it is very responsive, and provides the user with better controls with a much better user interface. Launching apps from SmartGlass is easy, while several games have companion apps for it as well. The most useful function of SmartGlass is the ability to use the keyboard, which is a much better experience than using the console's keyboard and manually navigating letter by letter. It is a great way to respond to messages and use the integrated Bing search. Using SmartGlass to operate the browser is efficient as well. Its keyboard functionality and using it to navigate through the web page is a very useful tool. This feature holds a lot of promise with even more interactive abilities coming in the future. But for now, you're able to get a good glimpse into the future of how interacting with your Xbox will work from another device. Xbox One feels like a product from the future with its Kinect-based voice recognition capabilities and powerful services. Walking into the living room and saying Xbox on and having your TV and Xbox turn on automatically really feels like something from a sci-fi movie. It makes you feel like everything should work this way. Just saying Xbox pause or Xbox play while watching a movie gives you a sense of awe sometimes. This time around, Kinect makes using and navigating through the Xbox feel natural and an essential part of the overall experience.
Xbox, go to video. Xbox, go to Netflix.
Microsoft services such as OneDrive, formerly known as SkyDrive, Bing, Xbox Music, and Xbox Video are fantastic services that really make this console stand out and feel complete with high quality offerings. There are many great apps like Netflix, YouTube, and Twitch, which also add to the experience. The Xbox One is in its infancy stage at this moment, but if the Xbox 360's evolution is something to go by, we're in for a treat and a fun ride of great innovation, with more digital content and many more great services coming our way.
Thank you all for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed this video and learned something about the Xbox One. For a more detailed review, check out our full written review at MicrosoftProductReviews.com. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like and stay tuned for more.